Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Guess who's back?
It's us.
Back again.
So
Bjorn is back.
Well, yeah. Oh, you spoiled it.
Show.
You spoiled it. So welcome back to.
I was going for a musical homage.
Yeah. So number 18.
You know how much I love musicals. So
yes. So number 18 of the Christmas calendar.
can we do a musical episode where we sing their reviews, like we pre-record, like we write it all out and be like musical homages to like
a lot of TV shows have like one episode that's like a musical.
I mean the Buffy episode, of course.
That's the one I'm
That's
thinking
what we're thinking of, yeah.
So yesterday we drank doom and gloom and we became sad and depressed.
Yes.
But today we are not sad and depressed because, as you say, we are once again joined by Björn.
Yes. But we don't know what the beer is yet, so...
Well, it's been from the brewery.
Do you think it's another brewery beer?
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm here, so
the two
Well,
times
the brewery. Well, let's
two
just see what
times
we get. I wrapped, or I didn't wrap it. I don't know what this one is either. This is the one that my girlfriend wrapped, so I don't know what this beer is. This will be a surprise for me.
But it's probably the brewery because that's what happens when you...
There's a lot of paper here. It is...
it would be so fun if it was the third brewery.
I kind of wish, like, even if it's not, I just want to put it back and go, like, grab something. And it was a brewery after all.
What a big coincidence!
Because the first one was from you, Stefan, and the second one was from you, Martin.
Yeah.
This doesn't...
This is not. This is Tubervol 2019.
Driffonteinen and Tuverbol
Yes.
brewery.
And we've had Tubervol on the show before. Didn't we?
But they're different each year.
I know. The different brewing partner.
No, it's
No?
always Tuverbol and Driffonteinen.
Oh, okay. And it's always...
What year is it?
It's 2019.
19, nice.
Yeah, because this would have come in the Drick beer box.
Oh, right.
So you've more than likely already had this beer.
Yeah, but I always want to drink. So this is the thing. It's not technically a Driffonteinen beer. I'm a big Driffonteinen nerd.
Oh, by far.
So even if it's not a Driffonteinen beer, but it's the only non-Driffonteinen beer that has Driffonteinen cork, Driffonteinen cage, Driffonteinen everything except the actual brewery where it's made.
I've had it 2018 before. I actually bought it at Driffonteinen. Oh. And Martin being a Driffonteinen nerd.
I've never been to Driffonteinen.
You've never been there. Yeah. But we will go, Martin. I will.
I know. I am dying to go as well. I have never been there as well. I've been to Brussels
It's
twice.
It's a great place.
And the first time I went there was on my first time to go to Sweden, actually. So this was like 15 years ago. And I was just excited to go and didn't know anything about really just other than like Belgian beer culture kind of in general. So lambics and that kind of renaissance we're going through now had not had taken place. And then a few years later, I went again and had not really gotten into lambics and goods and all of that yet. So I really missed out on that. So now I'm dying to go back for a third time just so I can really do the experience.
As a tip, I went there during the summer.
And it was very, very warm.
It was the most warm summer ever, and it will keep getting warmer. If during
2020 was the third warmest summer on record.
But the day that I was at Driffonteinen, temperature was 42 degrees Celsius.
Cool.
So that's about 5,000 Fahrenheit.
Close. It's like 103 or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's quite.
It was
quite hot.
We couldn't even sit outside.
Wow.
And
no, you can't. It's just way too hot. And what's great about Europe is air conditioning is really an afterthought most of the time. So even if you're sitting inside, it's not really much better than sitting outside.
I was so glad that we booked a hotel that trip. My friend was like, "Oh, let's do Airbnb." I was like, "No, let's do a hotel." And yeah, we made love to that air conditioning.
I bet.
Yeah, after Corona, we will go there. We will go to Driffonteinen and we will drink everything on their menu.
do an episode.
So what's special about the Tuverbol?
So the beer itself is like a Belgian strong ale, high on yeasts, high on kind of sweetness. It's this traditional Belgian.
Yeah, so it's a Belgian blonde blended with a lambic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they include exactly. So they include some lambic beer from Driffonteinen.
Yeah, it comes in at a staggering 11.5%. So that's where I think the Belgian blonde is coming in because your average Driffonteinen beer is coming in at
6-7.
Yeah, it's not a high ABV beer.
So the fun thing about the cork is Driffonteinen has different colors on each of their cork caps. This one has silver, which until recently was unused. It was only used for Tuberbol that we're drinking. But now Driffonteinen has released their platinum blend, and they reused the Tuverbol caps.
Of course.
Which is kind of weird. So if you look into your wall of lambic, you will confuse the platinum blend with the Tuverbol.
Ah, okay.
Well, we all have our wall of lambic.
I mean,
I just assume
I have 2 walls of lambic. Actually.
I just assume that everyone has enormous amounts of lambic at home.
Yes, I've actually replaced most of my daughter's room with just lambics.
That seems very reasonable.
Yes, I think so as well.
So the aroma is very much a combination of a Belgian.
It is a weird yeasty blend of like Belgian blonde with the like light acidic notes of a lambic.
Yeah, so you mix Duvel and Cantillon together. Ta-da!
Yep. It's not as weird as the Guinness and Timmermans.
I didn't try that one.
You did not miss anything, or actually, you missed something special.
I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks.
I saw it on the shelf at Systembolaget and I was like, I put my money elsewhere.
Yes. I saw the shelf and was like, how can I not try that? That is just going to be an abomination. That just sounds...
I brought it to record an episode with Stefan.
I know, I heard it.
Yeah,
I heard it.
We did have a lot to say about that.
We did. It was a lot of fun. All right,
let's
cheers.
actually try
Cheers.
Tuverbol. Cheers.
This is my 3rd time to have this beer.
The 2019 specifically, or Tuverbol any vintage?
Tuverbol any vintage.
Yep.
So, the first time I had it, we had it on the show.
Yep.
I really hated it. I did not like it at all. And then I think we had it together off the show. And I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was really good.
Those were definitely 2 different vintages.
They were 2 different vintages.
What I think about this one, it's a Belgian blonde with bonus qualities. So if you hate the Belgian beer, this is not the one for you. If you like Belgian beers and you like lambics, this is not a lambic. It's a Belgian beer with bonus flavors.
It's like a tart Belgian blonde.
Yeah.
Because it does have that sugar candy Belgian flavor, and then when it hits your mouth and you kind of swish it around a little bit, it just immediately just dissipates into foam, which is what you kind of expect from a Belgian beer. It's like magic, kind of, in your mouth, and
it's frothy. Mouthfeel.
Yeah, where it instantly just goes from a solid or from a liquid to a gas, just by swishing it around in your mouth. And then the aftertaste is very kind of plums and slightly tart notes, but then also this alcohol burn from the 11.5% ABV.
Yeah. But it's not the alcohol burn of a barrel-aged imperial stout.
It's not that back of the throat like you just swallowed something and you're like, oh my god, that burns so hard. It's more like this warm, toasty kind of alcohol, like more like a vodka kind of alcohol warmth.
Yeah, so many people will have, especially in Sweden, because it's at Systembolaget, will have tried Chimay, which is a very standard Belgian beer. Chimay is actually Abbey brewed. It's my brain just died.
Yeah,
they're part of the collection of monks that can make Trappist beers.
Trappist beers, yeah.
But with those beers, you taste that they're alcoholic.
Yeah.
But they're not boozy. You go like, oof, this is warming, and then you look, oop, 10%.
Yep. It's like, yes, it is warming.
Yes.
And I would say I think that's what makes...
those old monsters are cold. You know, those made of stones, and they need something to keep warm.
True.
Lungs, you know.
So, and I think that's what makes a good Trappist beer is that it's warming, but it's not boozy. Yeah. And I think this one falls into that category.
Yeah, I don't find this boozy.
No, I mean, if I didn't know it was 11%, I would not guess it was that high.
Yeah, but that's why I want to bring it up. It's not boozy, but
it's powerful.
You taste that it's potent. Exactly. Yeah. But a beer like this is difficult to rate because it's not my favorite style. It
is.
I actually like this because I'm not that big of a fan of the Belgian blonde.
If you just said Gueuze or lambics, I would have loved you forever. You'd be like, I actually like this because I think lambics are extremely overrated.
Show cancelled.
And you just watch Martin die a little bit on the inside,
taking my toys and going home.
just like.
No, but you're onto something. You don't like Belgian blondes, but you happen to like this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like well, I can drink them, but it's not my favorite style, Belgian blondes or... I can go for triple and a double, but the blondes, this yeasty, fluffy kind of beers, but adding this acidity from the lambics, I like that. And so that's why I'm enjoying the Tuverbol, because... Yeah? Okay, I want a Belgian style beer, but not heavy acidic as a lambic or a Gueuze. Then this is a great beer.
I mean, if you have to drink a Belgian blonde, you'll choose this one.
Of course, of course.
Because it's halfway lambic.
Yeah, of course. So
what would you give this rating wise?
I would give it 4.25, as I did with the 2018, which I had. I bought it last year when I was at Dreifontein, and so it's a year old. And this will be similar. So it's kind of the same. It would be fun to try a really old one of this.
Yeah, I would
stock one away for a few years to see what happened to it.
Yeah, because this is best before.
But I only had them 1 year fresh.
We tried one that was 2 or 3 years old. Was the first one I tried, and then the next one I tried was I think a year old, and this is coming in about a year old as well. And this doesn't have an extremely long shelf life like you would expect from a lot of. This is best before 2024, which for lambics is extremely short, and I think for Belgian blondes feels pretty short as well. Yeah. I do like the new packaging they're doing on the bottle, which is this imprinted paint logo that they have, a little icon at the top. So Martin, what would you give this one?
Week 4.
I'm actually going to go quite a bit lower than you guys, and not because I think it's a bad beer, but I'm just giving it a 3.5, and that's because I'm not convinced on the style that I really enjoy this, or I enjoy the idea of it more. I don't think it's a bad beer, but it's not something that I would be like, oh my god, there's a new Tubervol out this year, I definitely have to get that and have it again. It's more like, it's a fun kind of thing, but it's not something that I want to do over and over again. And maybe if I have it a few more times and kind of like get into the experience of it all, I would feel better about it. But yeah.
I mean, I like the novelty of it. That's
exactly.
That's
I think it's more novelty than quality for me.
But novelty is a part of my rating.
Yeah.
Novelty is getting more and more rare to come by. Everything fits into a certain category, like, oh, this is a stout, very standard. Oh, this is an IPA, very standard. And then this weird mixture comes around and you go, oh, I haven't been surprised in a while.
But this isn't surprising to me.
But it is.
It's not.
It's a mix.
It's a slightly acidic beer. I mean, by and large, it's it's good, but it's just like at the end of the day, it's just a slightly acidic beer.
We'll agree to disagree.
All right, that's fine.
I'm just a big Driefonteinen fan.
That's fine.
Love them so much.
All right, well, let's wrap this up and call day 18
A wrap.
and we'll come back tomorrow.
Thank you, Bjorn, for joining us once again.
Thank
Yes.
you. I'll be back tomorrow.
Oh yes.
All right.
We keep
tomorrow.
struggling with schedules and calendars and stuff. We will make this work.
Oh, yes. All right. See you tomorrow.
This podcast is part of the Pod Syndicate family. For more criminally compelling shows, articles, and conversations, head to wearepodsyndicate.com.